Hello and welcome back to Cynthia's Conversation. This week episode is a viewer request. On my right,
Makiruru.
on my left,
Hi, Yvonne.
hi. Hello everyone, welcome back. Ladies, let me read. Bear with me as always, I can't see. If I hear piam.
Boom. Listen, this is Piam.
Okay, listen to this. 6 years ago, my ex-husband called me and sat me down and tell me he's no longer in love with me, that I should go to my father's house. I later find out that he is dating someone who claimed to be my friend back then. In fact, the so-called girl always settle our fight. It is funny to me now because I am doing super good for myself and I'm taking care of my kids alone, and I am good. I am more happier now. I just hope someone learn from this, as always. So basically 6 years ago, her husband called her to tell her, say, I know they do it again, and then find out that is your friend that you used to go and settle the matter with. He's the one that your husband is going to marry. Ladies and gentlemen, who wants to go on this one first? Best friends.
I don't want your husband, don't worry.
Do I have one?
So.
Yvonne.
I think it's just. Do you know what? The whole thing is funny because I think
That's what she said.
it's everybody, whether friends or not friends. I think if you have a problem with your other half, you should try and resolve it by yourself. You know, by the time you start bringing in third party, fourth party, it just makes everything complicated. And in the process of the so-called fixing, you know, sometimes you actually spark interest, because if at that point in time, whoever is the person that needs the help is vulnerable or is, you know, in a place, sometimes certain things look nice to them, and then they think they see what is good and it's not. I mean, this is just one aspect of it, you understand? You know, it's like how somebody will die, you go to console, from consoling it enters something else. It's kind of similar to that, but at least the other one, there's a reason why, you know, that kind of thing will happen. So I'm glad that you are doing well for yourself, and you can actually take care of yourself, and hopefully, like you said, this will be a lesson for you to move on. But generally, I think people just don't, we're too quick to want to judge rather than having conversations. You know, because if we have conversations, there's certain conversations that you can sit down and have without having to bring in a third party, you know. But that's just my own 2 cents in the matter.
Amaka, what's your intake?
So if I'm having problems, if I call you my friend, I shouldn't share my worries with you. Maybe that's the only person she had to share her problems with. It doesn't warrant the friend sleeping with your husband, though, really. You know, seriously, if I'm having problems with I'm dating and I call my friend and I need to talk to someone about it, so I shouldn't tell my friend.
You see,
I think it depends on what exactly you're discussing and the level.
Yeah.
You know, I think you can talk to people, but there are certain things. I mean,
because the problem is that it's not that her husband cheated on her. That's not the problem. It's who her husband cheated on her with. That's the problem.
you see, this is, I think we had a topic sometimes
Something
back,
similar,
and I talk
yeah.
about people loyalty.
It's loyalty.
Yeah.
For me, there is a level of loyalty
you.
that I hold dearly. That will make, you know, there is a line. You know, you get what I mean? How me and my friend S, how are we supposed to even start the conversation that is going to lead to dating? Leave alone get to the point of want to marry my friend. Because I just think we've lost that loyalty. When people, you know, people that you eat and drink with, I will be the same people that will go behind your back and then take your man or whoever you are. You see what I mean? It's something that I can't get my head around. It's something. I don't know how to express how much I can't deal with it.
I agree with you, but it's down to the individual. And individuals, we are all different. There are individuals that don't see anything wrong in what you're saying. You understand? I mean, if we take the spectrum, you understand? Like you just said now, I cannot see. At the end of the spectrum, there are other people that will tell you, what can't you see? I'm speaking for different people now. We're not all the same. Yeah. We're not wired the same. There are people that don't see a problem with it. He became available, so I went. Some people will say that to you.
He wasn't available at the first time. He was still with this woman. Yeah. Why she goes back and complain? You know, it's not like they separate for like years.
I agree.
Even at that, even at past.
I agree.
You know, I'm glad. I'm genuinely glad that you can see. She can find need funny now.
Now, but then you wouldn't have funny.
At then you would have, when a man sat you down to say, I'm no longer in love with you, then end up to find out that it's your friend that he wants to get married to. I just don't know.
Listen, to me, that's cheating. Whether it's before, after, then, later. Because of that bond. It's my... Did you not see any other woman?
That's what exactly we're saying, yeah.
So for me, that's what I'm saying. People are different. It comes down to the individual. People are wired different. There are some individuals that see absolutely nothing wrong in that. Do you now say they are wrong? I'm just telling you, that is the gospel truth. But you know,
it's not whether they are wrong. It's the act himself is wrong.
Of course. But
what I see wrong might not be what other people see wrong. But the act himself, the fact that you are going with your friend ex or your friend current boyfriend is wrong. There is no justification in the eyes of anything on that planet.
Home wrecker.
It's wrong.
Home. And it doesn't matter the timing.
And then these are the same people who will be jealous to the things because they feel that whatever they are doing, that's what other people are doing. Exactly. Not everybody is the same.
Exactly.
And I to be honest, I don't, because obviously she didn't leave her name or he didn't leave her name.
I actually want to even know how long from probably, till he told her. Do you understand? Because again, same on your point. Some people will even bring in time factor as an issue. For me, even if it's 20 years, the fact that you're my friend is the issue. You know, is there not millions of people? Why does he have to be my friend? But he didn't tell her was her friend. She found out herself. So they divorced 6 years ago.
The man told her that he was no longer in love with her.
So she must have gone to find out.
I agree. Whether he found out, he told her. I'm talking about the principle of him going out with her friend. Whether it's 10 years, I'm saying for me, even if it's 30 years, it's still a problem. You know, I'm talking about that. But some people will tell you because it's 20 years, so they shouldn't. Do you get? Because I don't know I'm bringing that conversation. But me, I'm saying I'm actually with you on the side that for me, it's my best friend. That's the issue.
I confided in you.
That's my best friend. Yeah. You came in to quote unquote repair. It doesn't matter even if she actually repaired it then. But then you had then for you to do this, even if it's 20 years, to me it's a problem.
You were not there to repair, you was there to collect.
Exactly. But some people will actually stand here and tell you, it's 20 years now. You've forgotten about it. Let me enter. And they won't see anything wrong in it.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
It's an unfortunate thing. She won't trust anyone anymore. That's the unfortunate thing, because sometimes...
But have you guys watched the internet this week when there was this thing that was trending on the internet that a pastor collects a church goer's wife, and the man used to go to the pastor to... You see?
That case, okay, let me put my spin on it. That case and this case, okay, that one, there was domestic violence.
Yes.
There were issues. Remember when I talked about consoling? You know, this woman, only God knows the depth of where she was. And this is the point I made earlier on. Sometimes you find yourself in a place where any light that shines is your shining diamond. Do you get what I'm saying? At that point in time. Because it's not like she's had time to go out and see other people to... She's deep down here. And the only hand that seems to be helping her is the pastor. So I can see why that would happen. However, I'm not saying I condole it, but I can see why that will happen.
No.
Why should it happen?
Why should it?
I've come to you as a doctor. Let's say you are my doctor.
I can see. I'm not. Listen,
I get what you are saying.
I'm not saying it's right, but I can see why.
No, I get it.
Happen.
But that's come back to what I said before.
Yeah.
In every category, it is still
of course it's wrong. Of course
because
it's wrong.
the reason why I said it's wrong is
it's wrong.
When people, like you said, on on this one that was trending on the internet, we could see when she was explaining what the guy have done to her and then everything that she has went through. You could see mentally and physically and emotionally the woman.
Yeah, but the pastor was
the pastor take an advantage
of her. He's not a nice person.
So as far as I'm concerned, the pastor is not even
he's evil.
You can't. In fact,
you have answered my question. Did I not just say it's down to the individual? That's the pastor now. You get what I'm saying? It's down to the pastor. Because it's the individual. Because the pastor, you're in a position. He knows. He has all the cards. He's playing his cards.
Disgusting. She's probably not
and
the one.
It's down to the individual. Because if it was an individual that have this loyalty, integrity, he won't step in.
Absolutely.
Because she knows this girl is vulnerable beyond. For me, that was taken advantage of. And this lady, that was the only light in her dire need. Which is why that's why I'm telling you this situation. I can see why that happened. I'm not saying it's right. The only person that could have rectified that situation is the pastor. Because the lady was not there. Emotionally, physically, that lady is gone.
And you just
she just went there.
I don't get it.
He just took advantage of her.
I saw that. I saw that.
But to her, it's an opportunity.
But to her, she's seeing it as, oh, he was my daddy. He was my thing. Well,
he was just an opportunity.
And this is what I said. I said this a couple of months back, and I said, when someone think they are helping you in one hand and they take it on the other hand, they're not actually helping.
They're not helping you.
Exactly.
When someone said, oh, you are in a vulnerable state, I want to do this, I want to do that,
well,
and then
it's because of what they want from you.
You see what I mean? So that's no longer, you are not helping.
I know.
You're not helping. So whether you go to console your friend husband because maybe something happened between him and the wife in the process, that conversation should not even cross that line.
Let me even tell you what really pains me about that story. Again, church matter don't enter. Because of church. Because, already, let's remove the domestic violence. You already have that blindy church nonsense, in your face. You know that heading, follow church. My pastor say, my pastor say.
Yes.
So that one is already there. The foundation of that is already there. Then you now come and add that she's vulnerable. My dear, that pastor is the king of the castle. Because that's where she is. And for him, he just played his card.
He was just an evil man.
Of course.
Because the thing is like, listen, she probably has heard this story of going to a friend. So the only other person that she thought in her head shouldn't have is the so-called man of God. It's just like going to a priest. Yeah. Anyone that, because they should not. It's easier for me to go and speak to my priest who should be, removed neutral than going to speak to my friend.
Yeah.
Who I should think should be able to help me better than going to my friend. Because you're trying to say, okay, like this woman now, if she has a problem now, obviously because of her friend, she will go. So the next person you think of is somebody who's supposed to be the head of a church.
And then that one too will come.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So where do people go when you have
that's the problem.
Where are you going to go?
Okay, back to the woman. Okay, with the church one now, you can see, to me, that's an abuse.
Yes.
For this girl's own now, and in that one, I blame the priest. In this girl's own, I blame the two people, the friend and the husband.
Oh, definitely.
Because the two of them have that decision making to make. If the husband had come on to the friend, if you're a very good friend, you say no.
To the loyalty.
And then if the girl actually was the one that turned around to say, oh, I have been fancying you, you say, but she's your friend, even though I'm no longer with her.
Exactly.
So, like in this particular case now, I blame the two of them. Those individuals, That's how they are wired. Because if they were not wired that way, they wouldn't.
And the two of them they won't trust each other again, because
no, but that's it.
if she has problems with him now, maybe he sees her talking, she probably think, ah, that's how she will now go and follow that one. Do you understand? And vice versa.
Guys,
it's so unfortunate that she had that type of friend and she had that type of husband.
Oh, there are many people like that.
And that's just how it is. You
there are
understand?
many people like that.
That's just how it is.
I don't know how people do it. I don't know.
When sisters can take their sisters' husbands. I've known where sisters. I heard cousins are taking their sisters. Yeah, they do. It happens all the time.
They do that now.
So,
that person where they Port Harcourt now, not being cousin. Not being cousin.
Then you think you're going to have a peaceful, lovely.
Oh, but the unfortunate thing is,
they're still together.
No. Listen, the problem is, unfortunate for them. Even if they quarrel, shame no will greet them separate.
That kind of thing. You can't say it out.
You can't say it out. So they'll stay there and they're suffering.
You can't say it out.
Oh yes. What are you going to go and say? When the family? Who won't tell?
Who you won't tell? They're the same family.
Who you won't tell?
It's like
Wait,
you
say
now
your husband
and
they cheat on you. They don't
tell
born you.
Sister, your cousin, your father's.
Nah. Well, no, who will you go and tell?
Who will you tell?
You can't have family meeting that my husband is cheating on me.
See,
when you take it from
your.
Listen,
no, where will you go to?
All these things, if you look at the common denominator, is down to the individual. The situations are different. The situations will tweak the situation. Like, for example, there's domestic abuse that goes deeper. You understand? But if it's just on common playing field, it's I mean, everybody has to be accountable.
Oh yes,
everybody has to be accountable. Do you get what I'm saying? So comparing this lady to that one of the, I feel so sorry for the girl with the pastor, because
she was vulnerable.
That she is not in fact, she is not on this planet. She
was psychological abuse.
That was psychological manipulation.
Yeah.
And it might take her, unfortunately, with that kind of thing.
She can't see at the moment.
You can't see, it varies. Someone that have been abused, someone can see 5 years, someone could tell them another 20 years.
Or they might not even see it.
Or might not even see it at all. Exactly. You know? So all these things is down to human, it's wiring.
But this one, your friend, she's not your friend.
The two of them.
At least you don't know she's not your friend.
But the thing is, one thing is, I'm glad that you can look back now and laugh about it. And laugh about it. Because I always say people that can do this can literally kill you with a twinkle in an eye. Because if these two people were doing this behind your back, for how long? If they decided to reach you off, they would have...
The funny thing, actually, sorry, I have a friend that's actually happened to. And because, okay, my friend, well, both of them were actually my friend. Now, this one lost, just like me and you are very good friends, yeah? And one of us loses our husband. Obviously, I'll take you now and come and stay in my house.
Yeah.
Abby, in that my house, you're staying in my house because you've lost your husband, you and your children. Yeah. You take my husband from me. My husband kicks me out with a gun. It happened to my friend. Kicks me out with a gun so that, yes, and there are children involved. This was in Nigeria.
Still there.
No, of course. He's kicked her out, finally kicked her out. Because nobody spoke to them, they suffered. I brought you into my house as my friend so that I'll look after you in your time of need. And then if I am,
I don't think I can go past that if that, except the person wasn't my friend. There are difference between friends and acquaintances. But someone that I said my friend, that will literally...
The children went to the same school. All the children went to the same school.
Alright. But anyway, my dearly sister, I'm glad you are able to move on from this one. Until next time, guys. Bye.